Just as we're seeing after the pricey PS5 Pro announcement, console gamers are often being told to just buy a PC instead. Whilst that's not the worst suggestion, it shows a misunderstanding of the very aspects of console gaming that appeal to us. It's widely accepted that PC games have the best graphics and performance, but that's only one part of the story, and something that's probably talked about a lot less is the real everyday user experience. I'm fortunate or stupid enough to own a Series X, a PS5 and a PC, and so I thought, why not give a simple, unbiased view of what PC gaming is really like, the good and the bad, and you can make up your own mind whether it appeals to you. Never has it been a better time to get into PC gaming. Microsoft and Sony have embraced PC players with open arms, and cross-play has made it easy to party up with your console gaming chums. What isn't so easy, however, is choosing your PC. You can buy a ready-built PC or build your own, but in either case, you'll need to understand what components are going into the build, which means a fair amount of research to ensure you'll be able to play the games you enjoy. There's so much to learn, but it's also part of the fun, and researching every component and seeing the build come together is seriously rewarding. It's also damn expensive. Yeah, you can do budget builds, but if you want AAA games to shine, it's going to set you back the cost of 2 or 3 consoles and more. My PC cost me around £1,500, which is about $1,900 to build, and I would have to spend considerably more to get the best GPU and CPU available. That can be a difficult thing for people to grasp, who typically try to shop for just what's best. Obviously, a PC is so much more than a games machine, which helps justify the cost. It can be your full streaming and content creation tool, you could do school, college work on it, and you could even run your business. Plus, it's an entertainment device with full web access and all of your favourite streaming apps, and you can multitask all of it. For many, those are big enough reasons to go PC, but that's only of value if you're interested in those other aspects, and many console owners probably won't be. Now, typically for a PC, you'll want a desk setup so that you can comfortably use a keyboard and a mouse. It's not essential though, some PC gamers have theirs rigged up to a TV in the lounge, but how well that works will depend on the kind of games you enjoy and what feels comfortable for you. Personally, for shooters where accuracy and on-screen detail matters, I have to be at my desk with my mouse and keyboard, sitting fairly close to my monitor so that I can get really immersed in the game. So beyond the PC itself, this could mean you need a desk, a comfy chair, a monitor, plus a keyboard and a mouse, so actually the true startup cost can go up pretty quickly. One of the biggest advantages of a console is a well-optimized, consistent and easy-to-use operating system. The hardware and software is designed to work seamlessly and deliver an amazing gaming experience that for the most part is the same for everyone. It's not quite the level playing field it used to be, and consoles have shifted towards a PC experience with their performance and graphics modes. We seem to be in a state of gaming where the focus is on the numbers and not new experiences, and that's why we see these midlife console opportunities like the PS5 Pro. PC gaming, on the other hand, is far from a consistent user experience. With so many PC parts to choose from, everybody's build is different, which is challenging for game developers. I'm using the Windows 11 OS on PC, and it has a massive range of features and capability, and naturally that's going to increase the complexity somewhat. There are more aspects to manage beyond your typical game updates. Graphic drivers need updating, there are Windows updates, virus software needs to be managed, and there are accessories which typically have their own software as well. Day to day, I enjoy using Windows, it's fast and I love how easy it is to multitask. I can instantly drop back to the desktop when I'm in game, look up some graphic settings on YouTube, and then just jump straight back in where I left off. GameBar is an Xbox gaming overlay that's baked into Windows. By pressing Windows key and G, you can see your Xbox friends, messages, join parties, capture clips, and there are performance monitoring features too. I regularly game with a few Xbox players, and this app allows me to seamlessly game and chat with them, but there are other options which I'll talk about later. Overall, there's definitely more admin involved than what you get on console, and there are occasional bumps in the road with errors and things not working, but in my experience, this has been fairly rare. You might relish having granular control over everything, so whether this is a pro or a con, well, that's going to depend entirely on you. You can keep it fairly simple if you want, or it has the layers to tinker with everything if you want to. One of the best aspects of PC gaming is the choice of what to play. Obviously, all the big multi-platform games are available, such as Fortnite, Call of Duty, Apex, Valorant, Xbox released their games on both Xbox and PC, and Sony have also been releasing PC optimized versions for some of their most popular titles. So it really is the best of both worlds, so long as you can be a bit patient with the PlayStation games. Physical games are much less of a thing on PC as disk drives are rare in modern builds. Consoles clearly want to shift you that way too, as we've seen from the PS5 Pro, but the big difference is games are cheaper on PC than digital console games. Despite PC having newer optimized versions, there's still a big difference in prices for digital games compared with console, and there are even bigger discounts on PC if you use other websites to buy the Steam codes. This is why physical games rightly have a lot of support on console. They're cheaper, you own them, you can share them, and you can sell them. To play your games on PC, you'll be interacting with several digital storefronts that double up as game launchers, such as Steam, Battle.net, and Epic. They're easy to use, but it can be mildly annoying having your game collection spread across different apps. You can save game shortcuts to the desktop and fire up from there, or there are a number of apps out there to help you combine all of your games into a single launcher such as Playknight and Launchbox. I'll be honest though, I don't really use these, although I think they do have the added bonus of being able to make the menus on controller a bit easier to navigate. I have an Nvidia graphics card, and that means I can use the Nvidia GeForce Experience companion app, which will help optimize game graphic settings, keep drivers up to date, and lets you record gameplay for sharing. You can also launch games from here, but it doesn't feature all of my games, so I tend not to use it. Playing online is simple. There are no subscription fees required to play your games online, and I think we can all agree that it should be this way on console too. Online is, well, basically essential, so it's really poor that there is still a paywall on console for playing some games online. Talking of subscriptions, if you enjoy Xbox Game Pass, well, it's available on PC, and it includes the Xbox Game Pass library and Day One games. Gaming together regardless of what platform you're on is so much easier these days. So many games are cross-platform now, and there are several ways to party up and chat. Obviously, there's the game's own lobby and chat system. For Xbox friends, there's the Windows Game Bar, which lets you view your online friends and join Xbox parties and game lobbies. And then more recently, we're seeing significant improvements to the Discord integration on both Xbox and PlayStation. It's now integrated into the Xbox chat features and the PlayStation game base. If you're not aware, Discord is a social and community app that allows you to join servers and channels. There's a fair bit to it, but it's great for group voice chat. All this means that PC, Xbox and PlayStation gamers can all meet up and game happily ever after in perfect harmony. Whether you prefer the Xbox controller, the DualSense, mouse or keyboard, it's all available on PC. I switched to mouse and keyboard back when I was playing COD on the Xbox, but the problem is that games that support it are limited. The software that accompanies accessories is often really decent too, and it allows you to take full advantage of the features of your gear. Headsets have full EQ software, and mice and keyboards have a ton of customization options. But with all that software does come a little bit more complexity and occasional troubleshooting. Accessories are not quite as plug and play as they are on console, but you can do so much more with them. Okay, so let's talk game performance. How much better is it? Obviously, this is very hardware dependent, but generally PC delivers improvements across the board. But these improvements probably don't deliver in scale compared with the cost difference between PC and a console, which is fine because if you bought a PC, then you're paying for all the extra things it can do. PC games have a vast range of graphics options similar to the idea of switching between fidelity and performance modes on console, but way more granular. Finding the right balance can be a bit overwhelming and distracting, especially when you get a new game, but once you dial in how you like it, you won't need to mess about with it. There are always optimization guides online, and a lot of games will have a go at recommending the best settings for you. In Black Myth Wukong, we have options for things like view distance, shadow quality, texture quality, hair, so pretty extensive. Generally speaking, the higher the setting, the better the look, but it costs you some frame rate. I've got the important ones here set to very high, and in game I'm getting around between 70 and 80 FPS, and the game looks gorgeous. And by the way, I highly recommend this game if you've not played it, it is awesome. I should say I've recorded this video in 30 FPS, so what you're seeing here in terms of frame rate is way off how smooth it really looks. Resolution is another important factor on PC. You can play a native, like 2 or 4K resolution, or use various upscaling technologies such as DLSS and FSR to render at a lower resolution and then upscale it to deliver better performance. This is something like the PS5 Pro is marketing with its PSSR feature. If we then take a look at Cyberpunk, which is also a pretty demanding game, natively with ray tracing on, I get around 40 FPS. I wouldn't really be happy to play it like this, and I'd be looking to drop the ray tracing to get better frame rates. But by enabling DLSS, I'm now getting around 55 plus, which is definitely more playable. For competitive shooters, high frame rates are essential, but I still won't drop the graphics too much, as I don't want to play something that looks naff either. In Modern Warfare 3 I've got some upscaling on, and I keep things mostly in the high range, and in game the FPS will flip between around 120 and 160 FPS, which makes for a really responsive and smooth gaming experience while still looking crispy and detailed. On PC, you're essentially getting the best of both graphics and performance modes, similar to the vision of the PS5 Pro, but targeting much higher frame rates than 60 or even 120. I can only imagine how good it feels to game on the latest 480Hz displays. So that's a quick look at PC gaming and whether you've come away happy that console gaming is still the best thing for you, or if I've sparked an interest in getting a gaming PC, well, that's only a good thing. Console remains the simplest and most optimized destination for no-nonsense gaming, and I'll always have one taking pride of place in my setup for some chilled, feet-up gaming sessions. All the extra functionality you get with a PC might not be a positive for someone looking to just maximize their game time and wash away the stresses of their day without all the additional faff. With PC though, I don't feel limited by the box itself or locked into a generation. I have control over how games play, and I'm free to upgrade parts whenever I feel the need. And I've had my PC for nearly 2 years and I don't feel a need to upgrade yet. There's a deep hobbyist side to PC gaming too, beyond the enjoyment of the games themselves. It's an absolute powerhouse of creativity, and every build is unique and the customization is boundless. We've all heard the saying, play without limits. Well, on PC, the only limit is your wallet and your time. Thanks for taking the time to watch the video, and there's a lot I haven't talked about today, but I wanted to try and keep things simple, and it's already my longest video yet, so if you're still here, thank you so much for sticking along until the end. I'll list my full PC spec in the description if you're interested, and please do open fire in the comments if there's anything more you want to know. If the video was half decent, well, if it was, I'll take that, and if you can spare a second to give it a like, well, then that really would be awesome. Thanks again for watching the video, and we'll speak soon in the next one.